You're watching F5. We are at Mobile World Congress 2024 in Barcelona, Spain. Amazing conference so far, about 93,000 attendees at this point. This is a very big conference. It's a very big conference for F5 as well. Important enough that we have François here with me, and François has been at Mobile World Conference this week. First time François has been with me on video before, so welcome, François.
Thank you, Boo. It's a pleasure to be here in Barcelona.
Fantastic. Okay. Most people who will follow F5 know who you are, but just in case, can we get you to introduce yourself?
I am François Locoh-Donou, and I am the CEO of F5.
Awesome. Welcome. So, you have actually been to a lot of Mobile World Congress. For folks who might not have followed your career, you have had a career in that space before, so you've seen this evolve over time. Maybe how many Mobile World Congress have you been to?
You know, I have not counted, but I have been coming here for probably 2 decades, even before the event was held in Barcelona.
Oh, okay. That's how you know, actually. So a couple people, when you ask them how many Mobile World Congress they've been to, it's usually if they can say that they've been to one in another city, that's an indicator. So
it's an indicator of my age.
You look young, you look young. Okay, so 2024 though, things have changed obviously over time. What are you kind of noticing for 2024?
Well, you know, I think it's the second full event since the pandemic. And as you said, it was 93,000 attendees, so it's back in full force. There are people from all over the world here in Barcelona, you know, for mobile operators from Latin America, from Asia, from Europe, from North America. And also a lot of folks that are not from the telco world, but increasingly come from large enterprise sectors, large verticals that actually help telcos monetize their 5G infrastructure. So there's a ton of energy here, there's a ton of innovation, and a ton of discussions about the technologies driving the future.
Fantastic. So that might help out with, as far as F5 having a big presence here, because we have invested, we've got a beautiful booth, you're having meetings, you know, up there in our nice meeting rooms, and we're able to host a lot of people here. F5 invests a lot into this. It's important for F5.
It's really important for F5 to be here. So as many of our teams at F5 know, mobile operators and generally telecom operators represent about 20% of F5's business. But within that 20%, some of our largest customers, those who spend the most with F5, are actually mobile operators. And they are all here. And so having a presence here, having this beautiful 2-story booth, where we can host meetings. I think we've had 120 meetings this week.
Wow.
With customers in the space of 3 days. It's really important because it allows us to have the kinds of conversations we want to have with mobile operators and progress deals, advanced architectural conversations. And so this presence here it's an investment for the company, but it's one that's really important for the business.
I could see that. Not only do we have the meeting spaces, but we have all the resources. We have the product managers here, we have the general managers here, solution architects here. You can get your questions answered and move things forward.
Oh, absolutely. We have a great team here of F5ers that have wowed customers over the last couple of days. I myself come here and I learn a lot of things from our own teams about where we're at. I've spent quite a bit of time discussing SPK and the role of SPK in the 5G architectures of our customers. Now, SPK it's a bit of a geeky term, you know, service proxy for Kubernetes. But what it really is about is that as operators move to a 5G infrastructure, that 5G infrastructure is built on container as a service platforms. And SPK is really the glue that makes these container as a service platforms scale, you know, have the right level of performance and have the right level of security. And there's no other solution in the market for mobile operators that can enable them to scale their 5G infrastructure in the way that F5 can. So it's pretty exciting, and there's been a lot of conversations about this technology, which is a software technology that our teams have built over the last 3-4 years. It's a technology that is deployed at scale by Verizon and is going to be deployed by a lot of other operators in the near future.
I've heard of SPK now. I'm really excited about it after hearing you talk about it, actually. Okay, so you've had all these conversations with folks. What kind of themes are you seeing this week?
Oh well, there are a few themes. Of course, 5G here, since we're with mobile operators, a big theme. But in 5G, because we've talked about 5G for a few years, it really is, this year, it's about how do you monetize it. And we have started to see the first concrete use case of how operators will monetize 5G. Internet of Things use cases. Of course, fixed wireless access is a big use case for a lot of the operators. And now we're starting to see 5G and AI come together. So when you have a 5G infrastructure, how does that enable AI use cases and running AI workloads at the edge? And we're starting to see a number of operators invest in their own dedicated AI infrastructure. So one of the things that has surprised me is I've had a few conversations with telcos here that are investing and fundamentally changing their data center infrastructure, building GPU as a service infrastructure for their enterprise customers to use and to leverage. So we're starting to see the beginning of it. I would say 5G and AI were probably two of the big themes that I had here this week.
Very exciting stuff. I don't know if you got to walk around, but Kara did, and she got to see the AI dogs. So
the AI dogs?
Yes.
I did not get to see that.
She was, and I asked her if she would prefer an AI dog or an AI cat. So I'll ask you the same question, actually. What would you prefer?
Neither.
You don't have to clean up after either, but that was, that was part of the appeal to that. Okay, one huge thing that happened this week, though, was this announcement with Ericsson. Now, this is my first Mobile World Congress, and going around the booths and seeing the monstrosity of Ericsson that exists in Mobile World Congress, and you guys going through there, and you don't even get to see anything until you actually pass through the gates there. And so for us to have a great announcement with them was pretty exciting, and to see you guys go through, and people will see the pictures from that as well. But can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Ericsson, their whole life and their whole business and the whole company, and it's a company that has multiple tens of billions of dollars of revenues. All of it is about mobile. So when you come to Mobile World Congress, they are the gorilla in town. So we're very proud of this two-story booth. Ericsson's booth is a city. Right? You go in there, you can walk in that booth, and you can get lost for a few minutes before you find your room. So actually, it was quite an experience to go there. But we are actually quite excited about what we're doing with Ericsson. They have, of course, all of their core business is with telcos. And over the last few years, they have wanted to help their telecom operators, their customers, really build a franchise into financial services. So they have helped a number of operators, most notably in Africa, launch mobile wallet services, mobile money type services to tens of millions of consumers in Africa. And these mobile wallets are actually built on Ericsson technology and F5 technology. And specifically, we are helping them secure this environment, securing their APIs that they have to make these services work. So it's one of the, I love, first of all, the service we're building together, because it is a great example of how we and Ericsson together are bringing a better digital world to life, bringing great digital world services. And now they want to expand that. I think the numbers I saw is they have today over 60 million daily active users of these mobile financial services, and they want to scale that by 10x or 20x, and we are a core part of that.
Wow. We truly are kind of living out that, building a better digital life, being a force for a better digital world. So amazing to see.
No, I say, and the Ericsson is at the heart of that. They have big ambitions, and we are a core partner, because the things that F5 does, being able to manage the traffic the way we do, being able to secure APIs the way we do, is very unique to F5. There's no one else that could do it, and Ericsson recognized that and came to us to build that solution for telecom operators. But now they want to go and do it with banks. So that's kind of the next phase of the partnership, and seeing if we can help fintechs create new financial services with F5 and Ericsson.
Fantastic. Makes me proud to be part of F5, to see some of these solutions go out and being able to be foundational technology for countries in Africa to be able to, people with skill to be able to monetize that quickly. So fantastic.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
All right, thank you, François, for joining me today.
Thank you, Boo. It's a pleasure to be with you and pleasure to be with everyone who's watching us. And Barcelona was a phenomenal show.
Awesome. All right, thanks, folks. Make sure you follow us on LinkedIn, on X, and on YouTube. And otherwise, we will see you on the next one. Bye now.